Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Colleen Lopez. We are moving into the big grand finale of Andrew Lessman's April visit with the final 2 hours. We're bringing you the world's finest vitamins, and the today's special today is extra special. This is a must-have for anybody who is interested in doing something incredible for your eyes. This is the ultimate eye support like you've never seen before. And for the first time, well, for me, I never really realized the importance of taking these ingredients, not just for your eyes, but also for brain health, which is so exciting.
And the science now it's really rolling in with a vengeance in talking about lutein and zeaxanthin for brain health, cognitive function, not just as we age. Of course, that's where it really focuses, but even when we're young. So we'll talk about that in a moment. I'll read the charts and the language, and the science in these ingredients. The language is very clear, very direct, very unequivocal language. And oftentimes you find scientists, when they publish papers, they're kind of like politicians. They use words like likely, may, possibly be associated, and the language in these studies for scientists are quite clear and unequivocal. So it's exciting, obviously exciting to talk about the benefits for our eyes, which are crystal clear, because these are not ingredients that work on our eyes. These are ingredients that are part of our eyes. And if we're not getting them in our diet, we're not getting them, and our eyes are going to suffer the consequences. So we'll talk about for our eyes. We'll also talk about for our brain, which most of us have never heard about that at all.
All right, so let me show you what the choices are, because we have a couple different choices here. This is your final show. It is your last chance, and this is the very best value we have ever had on this product. So we're gonna start with the fact that you can order just a single of the ultimate eye support. And you can order a 40, a 120, a 360, or a 720. Here is the regular everyday pricing for the ultimate eye support. Note, we do not even offer a 720. The largest size we normally sell in the ultimate eye is the 360. The everyday price is $159.90. For today, and as I said, this is it, last show, final chance to take advantage of a huge savings. So you're getting $60 off here if you order the 720. I did, because I take 2 a day. Carlos, my husband, also takes 2 a day. You know what your needs are, but a lot of us do take 2 a day. And if that's you, then you can do the 720. That's going to be your year's supply. Normally, that would be $300. But today, you're at $159.90. You're saving $140. Now, here's what makes this really interesting. A lot of us also take astaxanthin. And Andrew's going to share with you the incredible benefits of taking this marvelous ingredient. So the astaxanthin, we are bundling, including if you're ordering the 360 or if you're ordering the 720. So the 360, here's how I look at this, because these are products that I buy every year and take. The 360 normally of just the ultimate eye is $160. Today, you're basically getting astaxanthin for free, because for $149.90, right, for $10 less, you are getting 360 of your ultimate eye, and then you're not paying a penny for the astaxanthin, 180 caps of the astaxanthin included. It's literally $10 less. At midnight, just the 360 alone goes here. And then at midnight, this price goes here. And reminding you, these bundles are only for the today's special, they go away. If you are like a lot of us and you take 2 a day, this big bundle is the way to go. You invest a little more up front, but you're saving a lot more. And guess what? You get a full year supply if you take 2 a day. You get a 1 year supply if you take 1 a day.
2 year supply.
A 2 year supply, rather, if you take 1 a day of the ultimate eye, and then you get a 1 year supply of the astaxanthin. So however you want to slice this, however you want to look at it, the value is here for you. These are incredible, incredible ingredients. You will notice a difference. When you read the reviews, people talk about their eye doctors notice a difference, not just in the way your eyes function, but also in the way your eyes feel. It's really exciting. It's one of the most exciting products I think Andrew brings us, because I think a lot of times, and you like to do it this time of year, because we move into the season where our eyes are stressed more than ever, because there's more sunlight, there's more, you know, we're out in the sun more often, which is very hard on our eyes, not to mention just the stress we put on our eyes that our ancestors never had to worry about, because they weren't looking at little screens and computer screens and phones and tablets and all of that stuff that does really wreak havoc on our eyesight.
And it's not simply the stress and strain of doing all that close work, which is not normal, which we weren't designed to do, but when we're using all of those electronic devices, and when we live in our homes and work in the offices we work, we now have LED lighting. And certainly LED lighting is remarkable, it's energy efficient. But LED lighting, think about that. Our devices have LED screens, and LEDs are something, our TVs have LED screens, or LCDs. And the one thing that's interesting about those screens is the blue light that's emanated from them. So now there's blue light that's being emanated from the lighting in our homes as well. So it used to be that our lighting wasn't a source of blue light, high energy light, and then of course all our electronic devices. And with those at least, we can choose to put a blue light filter on. But with the lighting in our home, we can't do that. So what lutein and zeaxanthin do, and astaxanthin as well, they act as internal blue light filters. In fact, I have scientific research here that says that is principally the main reason why our body concentrates lutein and zeaxanthin in the specific region in the retina that it does to protect our eyes from blue light and ultraviolet light. From the sun originally, not from electronic devices, not from the lighting in our homes and offices, but from the sun. So again, lutein and zeaxanthin, these are not optional ingredients. They are the optical pigment, the retinal pigment, the macular pigment. That's what they're referred to because they're actually part of our eye. Those parts of our eyes are defined by the color of the pigment. In fact, the name of the macular region of the eye is called the macula lutea, which means yellow spot, because of the concentration of macular pigment. But the only source for macular pigment, two sources, our diet and supplementation. And supplementation has been proven to deliver macular pigment to our eyes and to our brain where it does its work, its principal work. But if you're not getting it from your diet, if you're not getting it from supplementation, then your body does not have the optical pigment, the macular pigment necessary to adequately provide for your vision, adequately protect your eyes, and adequately support your cognitive function today and as you age. So again, this show is more a public service announcement than it is intended to actually have you purchase these products, because the most important thing we can do is to make sure we start incorporating more lutein and zeaxanthin in our diet. That's spinach, kale, green beans, peas, even pea soup, things like that. That provides lutein and zeaxanthin. Unfortunately, you could get the lutein you need. Zeaxanthin, that's the unfortunate one that's virtually impossible to get, even if we eat an adequate diet. But we need them both, and without them, our eye, the protection of our eye, our vision, and our brain, and our cognitive function, we are not providing what our body needs to make sure that we maintain them and retain them through our lifetime.
There we go. And I'm just being informed to let you know, in case you're just stopping by, I know we get a lot of channel surfers on Sunday nights, so we're glad you found us, because this is your final show and your final chance to take advantage of the incredible savings we have on this wonderful product. Now, the singles here, the 40, the 120, the 360, the 720, we are down into the hundreds on these choices. These have been hugely popular. The bundles also have been, everything's been so popular, but I just want to share with you, if you want the singles or the bundles, take action. I would love for you to try them and see for yourself. You know, when you shop here, we have a wonderful return policy, 30-day money back. So make your first flex payment, get your products home and try them. Now, a couple other things. If you would like to just order astaxanthin, we also are offering that as a today's special price. So if you aren't out of your Ultimate Eye yet and you just want to supplement with the astaxanthin, we do have that available as well in a 30, a 60, a 180, and a 360 count. So here's the pricing breakdown for you. There's your item number up here. So you're welcome to order just by itself, the astaxanthin, kind of reminding you that if you do get the big bundles, it really is like getting this product for free. Because when you look at the math, when you look at the savings involved, it is like getting that product for free. And then we're launching a brand new product today. It's called Maximum L&Z, Maximum Lutein and Zeaxanthin. This is for those of you, because I asked Andrew backstage, because a lot of us take the Ultimate Eye, we're not taking this yet, and Andrew said this is the perfect thing to supplement with your Ultimate Eye, because then you get that massive, major boost to the health of your eyes, the health of your brain, and that is also super super affordable way to go as well.
With Ultimate Eye, in 2 capsules, you're getting 10 and 5 of lutein and zeaxanthin. And for most recommendations, that's going to be more than adequate. But many doctors, ophthalmologists, optometrists now recognize finally the importance of lutein and zeaxanthin. So they're recommending even higher levels to many of us. And because lutein and zeaxanthin are so expensive, what we did is we created this single liquid soft gel. It's a small soft gel capsule. It's the most economical way to deliver those 2 ingredients. So in that single capsule, you're getting 12 milligrams of lutein and 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin and mesozeaxanthin. So that product alone, it's an incredible, incredible value. It's the day we're introducing it, it's basically a today special. So you're getting both of those ingredients. And because of the nature of these ingredients, if you chose to take Maximum L plus Z, lutein plus zeaxanthin, every other day, so you took your Ultimate Eye, 1 capsule or 2 capsules daily, and you just took 1 capsule of Maximum L plus Z every other day, and the in-between days, say you took astaxanthin, that would be an exceptional way to create a better budget, because again, these are, even though they're today special and the pricing is remarkable given their regular pricing, still these are among the most expensive products I make. And when you look at 720 capsules of our Ultimate Eye, at the price we have today, to be less than 20 cents a capsule is miraculous given the cost of the lutein, the zeaxanthin, the bilberry extract. We're talking about ingredients in the carotenoids that are thousands of dollars a pound, literally. So they're extremely expensive. But our Ultimate Eye, it's a bargain today. The Maximum L plus Z is a perfect way to boost the levels you need. And if you want the benefits of astaxanthin, which may well be the most powerful of the 3 carotenoids, and by the way, these are the only 3 carotenoids that deliver their benefits, that pass through the blood-brain barrier to deliver their benefits to the brain, which is why it's not surprising now, the most compelling research, as exciting as the research is in terms of the eye, that their benefits have been absolutely unequivocally proven. I have no trouble using that word. They are part of our eye, part of how our eye functions. Now we see even more exciting benefits to our brain. And the relationship, the intimate relationship between our eye and our brain, really our eye is just a specialized structure of our brain that's involved in taking in visual stimuli. But the benefits of these ingredients to our brain, either one would justify changing your diet dramatically to make sure you get adequate lutein or zeaxanthin, or make sure you supplement.
There we go. So the Maximum L plus Z, if you'd like to order this product, we are down to the final few hundred in each choice. So that is also available at today's special price. Astaxanthin on its own is available at today's special price. If you're ordering the big bundles, I'm just going to give you one more illustration here, because if you can do it, you know your budget, but if you can do it, I want you to understand the savings. The 720 cap of just that Ultimate Eye Support, remarkable product on its own, that would sell for $319.80, right? But then on top of that, you're getting an additional $160 bottle of the astaxanthin included. Total price would be $479.70. Our price today is $239.90. So for well less than just the Ultimate Eye, we're including a $160 bottle of astaxanthin also. You're getting both, free shipping, flex pay, very flexible return policy, so you can get them home and try them. As I said, if you have a second to read the reviews, you will be blown away. People are so passionate about this product because they notice the difference in the way their eyes function, in the way their eyes feel. Their eye doctors, their optometrists are noticing a difference when they go in to get their eyes checked. So it's a way for you to try to do something easy and remarkable for your eyes. And now that we get to learn, because years ago when we started talking about this, we didn't even really reference the brain benefits of taking these same ingredients, which is just outstanding.
And even when 20 years ago we were first talking about this on TV, what we were talking about were the long-term benefits, that lutein and zeaxanthin are absolutely indispensable. As I was talking about before, when we talk about the development of our eye, the ability of our eye to concentrate lutein and zeaxanthin in the specific location they're concentrated was all about providing this special filtering mechanism. And this filtering mechanism is first and foremost about protecting our eye from this high energy short wavelength, this radiation that's damaging. it's high energy radiation. It's damaging to that tissue. So the location of lutein and zeaxanthin and their specific molecular structure allows them to absorb that radiation and protect us from that radiation. It's essentially like having internal sunglasses. But part of that whole process of blocking that high energy radiation and its filtering mechanism, it also provides for better vision today. So in the past, we talked about the long-term benefits, the essential nature of these ingredients to protecting of our eyes long-term from the most damaging forces they contend with, which is high energy radiation, mostly from sunlight, now from high energy radiation from the lighting around us, the devices we use. But the other factor, it also, lutein and zeaxanthin, as well as astaxanthin, we all deal with issues with glare. The other night we were driving up here from Miami up to St. Pete, and as we're driving up, the sun is directly in our eyes as we're coming here. And it was probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. And literally at times you're completely blinded. And I would wonder what my vision would be like without adequate amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin, which is something I've always been religious about, because the science is also crystal clear. You recover more quickly, you handle glare better, photostress recovery is quicker, meaning photostress, whether we're talking about light to dark or dark to light, the things that are challenging for all of us. Lutein and zeaxanthin are the critical internal components that our eyes utilize to contend with those issues better. As human beings, it's something we will all struggle with since the beginning of time, or that we all struggled with since the beginning of time. And that was the invention of the guy upstairs that enabled us to deal with those things adequately. Today, we're forced to deal with even more damaging and potentially harmful forces to our eyes, and lutein and zeaxanthin have become even more critical, but they're basically deficient and insufficient from the American diet. The American diet is almost defined by how low it is in lutein and really zeaxanthin. So as critical as they are, they've become more important over time, and our diet has become even more deficient over time. So we either need to change our diet, as I said before, or we need to supplement. Again, it doesn't have to be my product. We've explained to you why these are better. They're small, soft, easy to swallow capsules. The nutrients are in their perfect form. They will not upset your stomach. One time a year, we do a Today Special, and they become incredibly, incredibly affordable. And if you read the reviews, this product, all three of them, well, one of them is brand new, but the Ultimate Eye and astaxanthin are virtually perfectly reviewed products with over 95% of their reviews positive reviews.
And if you are a brand new customer, this would be a wonderful place to start, because I think we all understand the importance of eye health, and because we are not getting adequate amounts of these ingredients in our diet, supplementation is essential. The best part about this is that, as Andrew said, you get immediate benefits, you get long-term benefits. One of the things a lot of us notice when I read the reviews, I nod a lot because I can relate. A lot of us, like my eyes used to get really dry. Really, I'd be out here blinking all the time. My eyes used to get really bloodshot, and I used to have to put drops in my eyes all throughout my shows. My eyes were really dry, and I was always putting drops in my eyes. Do you know that I don't use eye drops anymore? I haven't used eye drops like to get red out of my eyes in a couple of years, ever since Andrew told me those drops weren't even good for my eyes. But the point is, I've noticed such a difference. My eyes don't get that dry itchiness that I used to get, just because they used to just get really dry. So I think people notice their eyes feel differently, not to mention the fact that you just, you know, I think it's a miracle that I don't need to wear readers to read these cards. At my age, the fact that I can still read my card. My driver's
35 years old?
At 35 years old, I can still read that without my readers. I go and have my driver's license, you know, they make you take the eye exam. I can still pass it without glasses.
No, I
think that's a miracle. It's amazing.
But again, that's a combination of great genetics, and also you're taking very good care of what you've been gifted. And that's what I say, whatever the gifts are, sometimes we might feel like blaming our parents for whatever we might have received, but whatever we receive, it's up to us whether we're going to do good things with the issues that we might have been provided with, or whether we can correct them and resolve them. I was going to show a chart behind me. That's a fascinating chart. We'll get into some of the science, but this was from, this was extracted from a scientific study. But these are lutein and zeaxanthin concentration in the brains of older humans older humans, dated.
So what does that mean?
80 to 100 years of age.
So that doesn't include you and me.
As a function of cognitive status. No, we're fortunately, we're still a little ways away from that. But if you look at cognitive status, so this is normal cognitive status, and these are the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin. This is mild cognitive impairment, and look at the levels. And in the research, and I could read earlier today and last night I read dozens of charts talking about the fact that introducing lutein and zeaxanthin makes a difference, not just to our vision today, not just to our long-term opportunities in terms of the health of our eyes, but also in terms of cognitive function and virtually every measure of mental function and cognitive function as we age. One of the biggest problems I have with this product is I have so much science to talk about, so many scientific charts to read. I have so many testimonial charts to read. We probably have 400 or 500 testimonial charts. And what you'll notice with this product more than any other, it mentions people's doctors. It mentions the feedback from their doctors, and that's a good thing because we should see an optometrist or an ophthalmologist at least once a year to have our retina looked at, and to also have our eye pressure checked. And that's, again, for issues such as glaucoma. So these are very simple things that you don't want to go without diagnosing them early. So that's something we should all do, is see our eye doctor at least once a year. And I think that's why we have so many reviews that talk about feedback specifically on this product in terms of the doctor's observations on the difference that this product, the positive difference that this product made in the health of their patient's eyes. So that's an exciting thing, that not only do we have the feedback from those using the product, and we have hundreds if not thousands of reviews in that regard, but we also have feedback from their doctors as well, because doctors have now embraced 20 years ago when I first talked about lutein and zeaxanthin, despite the fact that it's anatomically part of our eye, essential for a healthy eye, that it sort of fell, I guess I'm talking about eyes, it fell on deaf ears, that doctors were not interested really in the lutein and zeaxanthin 20 years ago. But the science has now rolled in to such a degree that you can't escape the understanding of the absolutely essential nature. Our body can't make them. If we're not getting them, we need to change our diet or we need to supplement.
There we go.
And supplementing is affordable.
And one thing I'll show you, again, if you're just stopping in, order it before it's gone or before midnight strikes, whatever happens first. One thing I will say, with over 22,000 ordered today, actually let me take that back, over 45,000 ordered today, we are down to a few more than 5,000 left for the whole entire day. That's all choices, all sizes. That's not a lot. If you want the single size, which means just the ultimate eye support, we have just a couple hundred left in each of these, the 40, the 120, the 360, the 720. Do not wait if you'd like us to send that to you. We'd love to get you going on the Ultimate Eye Support. Now, if you want the bundle of the 360 Ultimate Eye and the 180 astaxanthin, we have only about 1,000 or so left here. That's it. And then there's only 2,000 of this big bundle, which a lot of you are choosing. This is what I choose because I take these products every day, and I take 2 of the Ultimate Eye every day, and I have for well over a decade, probably 15 years at least. I've been taking this product every single day. It's an awesome product. You will love it. Try it, see for yourself. If you find that you get eye strain, if you get fatigue, if you just want to do something great for your eyes every single day, and now you get all the brain benefits along with it, this is the perfect partner. It's the perfect product to try, and this is the best value we offer all year. It's once a year we offer the value that you see before you. So I would encourage you, make a flex payment. All of these are available on FlexPay, whether you're doing just the single of the 120, all the way down to the big bundle. These are all in FlexPay. They're all free shipping and handling. And of course, as you know, you get your money back guarantee when you shop at HSN. So I hope that you will give it a try. As we said, if you have a minute, read the reviews. There are thousands of excellent reviews on this product. People who are so pleased to have found something that makes a difference. And I think, you know, Andrew, whenever I work with you, you remind me, very often I'm reminded about just the importance of being grateful for having good health, because there is no given, there's no guarantees in life. But the fact that there's small things we can do, small changes we can make in a daily routine that can offer us these wonderful benefits today and down the road. And good eyesight, you know, the incredible gift of sight is something that unfortunately we don't think too much about it. We kind of take it for granted. But when I work with you and we talk about this product, I'm reminded how grateful I am that I can see and enjoy and experience like I'm sure you feel the same way I do, and that we can do one small thing every day. It takes a second a day to take these products, and you get so many benefits, long-term benefits. You'll be grateful. The sooner you start, the better and happier you'll be that you started taking these products.
And you're very correct. Eyesight is a gift, and it tends to be a very fragile gift. Even those of us who have incredibly healthy vision as we age, it changes, and it changes significantly from when we were younger. That's just the nature of our eye and the nature of the tissues in our eye. The lens of our eye, the retina of our eye, the macular region in the retina of our eye, these structures all will be subjected to age-related changes. We're not talking about disease now. We're talking about just the normal, healthy eye will change. And again, the research has been crystal clear. The degree to which we see those changes is directly related to the richness of our diet in terms of lutein and zeaxanthin. Also has been proven, lutein and zeaxanthin by supplementation, certainly our product. Natural lutein and zeaxanthin is absorbed and concentrated and deposited into the macular region of our eye, also deposited in our brain where it also works. But I was going to read just some of the basic charts on this product, just so everyone understands what it's intended to do. It's intended to protect the retina and macula from normal age-related changes in oxidative damage, which we will all be subjected to. I mentioned earlier that an old friend who passed away a few years ago, who was one of the developers of cataract surgery as we know it today, lens replacement surgery. And I asked him a number of years ago, well, so when do we really start developing cataracts? When's the time? And I figured he'd tell me something like 35, 40, 45, that's when we start, and then we start noticing it later. He said, no. The minute we open our eyes as an infant, that's when it starts. And that's when it all starts. Because the minute we open our eyes, we allow high energy radiation to enter our eyes, and we have to. Without letting radiation into our eyes, the visual wavelengths of radiation we can't see. But along with those visual wavelengths of radiation also come high energy radiation, which causes damage, which is why lutein and zeaxanthin are concentrated in the retina of our eye and throughout our eye. But unfortunately, in America, we don't eat adequate amounts of green leafy vegetables and vegetables that concentrate and deliver lutein and zeaxanthin, so we are left without adequate protection for our eyes, also without adequate protection for our brains.
Oh, was that thunder?
Thunder.
There's a major storm.
Yep.
You know what? It's perfect shopping weather. I just love that.
At least you're in St. Pete.
Exactly. We're here. And you know, we are the lightning capital of the world. You know that, right?
Yes. Oh, it's
more lightning strikes because we're a peninsula on a peninsula, and there's more lightning strikes here than anywhere in the world.
I think the university here has like the Lightning Research Center, that if you're at the HSN building here, especially in July and August, and you're upstairs on one of the higher floors, you could watch 360 degrees around you and just watch lightning strikes going on everywhere.
It's true.
It's like
cool.
the 4th of July.
One thing I would love to ask people, if you can use express ordering. We are very busy. A lot of you have waited to the last show to order this, and I'm so glad you remembered, because that happens. Like, you see it earlier, like, oh, I have to remember to go order it. I would make my way, use express ordering if you can, or log on to hsn.com, because we don't want you to miss it. I just want to let you know that there's a few more than 4,000 left total. That's all sizes, all choices. So whatever really serves your needs. We will be talking about the new product, the Maximum L Plus Z. We'll give you a couple minutes on this so we can kind of explain it further, but this is so limited at this point too. So however, whatever works for you, by all means, we'd love to have you join us, but take advantage of that great today's special
And just
offer.
to understand, Ultimate Eye, it's 1 or 2 capsules daily. I take 2 capsules, but if 1 capsule is all that fits in your budget, because it's not an inexpensive product, even today, at less than 20 cents a capsule, it's become very affordable for something that has 3 of our most expensive ingredients in it. But whatever works for you, 1 or 2 capsules daily. An interesting way to then add the benefits of astaxanthin or the Maximum L Plus Z, Maximum Lutein plus zeaxanthin, which boosts even higher the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, is to alternate days with those. So, of course, if you could afford it, 2 capsules of Ultimate Eye, 1 capsule of astaxanthin, and 1 capsule of Maximum L Plus Z daily. That's if you have the optimum budget. If you need to be more efficient and more affordable, more economical in how you go about doing it, 1 capsule of Ultimate Eye, and then alternate or pick either astaxanthin or the Maximum L plus Z. But I wanted to go back and read some of the basic charts here. So it also helps combat normal age-related changes in the clarity, density, and thickness of the lens. And that's what lutein and zeaxanthin, these other ingredients, are intended to do in our eye, is to protect the retina, the macula, and the lens principally. It absorbs harmful blue light and protects the macula and retina from ultraviolet radiation. This is high energy radiation that damages any tissue or any structure, and thank goodness lutein and zeaxanthin is there to protect them, but still it requires a tremendous amount of lutein and zeaxanthin delivered on a consistent basis to make, over the course of a lifetime, to make a difference. Promotes healthy vision, visual accommodation, and night vision, improves our ability to deal with photo stress, improves our ability to deal with glare. Lutein and zeaxanthin are present in all tissues of the eye, most concentrated in the central macula, retina, and lens. They're essential to healthy, normal vision, particularly as we age. And if we're not getting them from our diet, our body cannot make them, and there are consequences. Their protective benefits have been considered consistently validated in extensive human, clinical, and large population studies. There is absolutely no question about their role, their benefit, their requirement. The only question is whether you choose to get it from your diet, choose to get it from a supplement, or choose to suffer the consequences. Because again, if you read the research on lutein and zeaxanthin, if you want to have a healthier eye and healthy vision throughout a lifetime, that's a lifetime with a rich supply of lutein and zeaxanthin. If you want to support cognitive function and everything that relates to that over the course of your lifetime, that's a lifetime rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. It doesn't mean you need a supplement. It means you need to pay careful attention to your diet. And if you're not doing that with your diet, then supplementation is the only solution.
Here we go, and I'm being told by our producer we are extremely busy. The clock is up because we have more goodies we do want to get to throughout the course of this final 2 hours of Andrew's April visit. This is the last show. It is your final chance to take advantage of all the extra savings that you have on every single product. When Andrew's here, you get extra savings on every product. You get free shipping and handling always on every Andrew Lessman product. The flex pays also go away, so it's a chance for you, and the big bundles go away. We normally do not offer a 720 count, so for those of us that take 2 of these a day, you have to then replenish it every 6 months if you're taking 2 a day. So if you just do your math there, this is the regular price, even at $99.90. I mean, note, you're getting 720 capsules. You're getting double. It's a buy one, get one, basically 720 capsules for only $159.90. I love this bundle because you get the 360 and the 180. It's $10 less than just the 360. And then you get the benefits of the astaxanthin also. And astaxanthin, as Andrew said, one of the single, if not the single most powerful antioxidant carotenoid, and that is a remarkable product as well. That we could talk about that product for an hour. First of all, I love it because it's pretty. It is the color of a flamingo. And we'll talk, if you have a minute, you can talk about that. I don't mean to sidetrack you, but it is really the most beautiful color, and that is not, you know, food coloring. That is an actual, that's the natural color of the ingredient.
In these 2 soft gels, it's kind of, this is a less than ideal way to do it. Is there a piece of white paper?
Let's see, sure.
Because, did they already?
There you go.
I don't know if they, there, perfect. What I'm going to do is puncture these, unless it was, and then just squeeze. There we go. Oops,
there you
that
go.
could be messy. But that is the Maximum L plus Z.
Okay.
And if there's something I could use to spread it around so I don't make a mess like I did earlier, you could see that's how concentrated the carotenoids are.
Wow.
And then when you look at this capsule,
The astaxanthin capsule.
that's the astaxanthin capsule, and it looks black, literally, that capsule. But when you squeeze it out, again, that looks black, but this is literally the color of flamingos.
Right.
So that's the color that flamingos are. So it gives you a sense, those oil-based capsules, how incredibly concentrated, and that is the most affordable way to deliver those ingredients. The Maximum L plus Z, it is the most affordable booster we could create to deliver the higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin that many of you are asking for. So we get extremely high levels in the Ultimate Eye, and that's a formula that's gone from 4.2 to 8.4 to now 10.5 in terms of lutein and zeaxanthin over the last 20 years. And now we have a booster with the Maximum L plus Z that gives you 12 and 6 in addition if you choose to. So as I said before, the Ultimate Eye is the foundation. It has the anthocyanins that are important for night vision. It has the full gamut of ingredients to protect your vision, healthy circulation to and from the eye. So Ultimate Eye is the foundation. 1 or 2 capsules daily, depending on your budget. Then astaxanthin for all of the issues associated with computer monitor use, with portable electronic devices and things like that. Astaxanthin is the perfect ingredient, especially if you're noticing issues with visual accommodation, from focusing from distance to close and things like that. And then, of course, Maximum L plus Z if you want to boost the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin from Ultimate Eye. So those are the 3, each one of them, today's special pricing. Those are your 3 options. Unfortunately, in all the products, we're down to our last few hundred bottles. It'll be a very brief airing at the end of the second hour here. We intended to go longer at the end of the second, but that won't be happening, unfortunately.
Yep, I'm not surprised because this is, for those of us, we wait all year. Andrew does this we feature it on hsn.com and throughout the year, but not at the value you are experiencing right now. This is unequivocally the best buy we have on this product. If you haven't ordered it yet, if you're new to HSN, if you're just learning about Andrew Lessman and his products for the first time, since 1979, Andrew Lessman has been manufacturing the world's finest vitamins. Everything is made with solar energy in Henderson, Nevada, right here in the USA. It is made to the absolute highest possible standards for manufacturing a vitamin. And the fact that you are getting these vitamins directly from the manufacturer. Andrew and his team formulate these to maximize the benefits of the ingredients. The finest, absolute finest ingredients and the absolute best value happens when you choose a Today's Special. So if you are looking to try something new, I would love to encourage you to start here. If you are like many of us, you already take the product. When you look at the 47,000 ordered, the majority of those people are replenishing their old supply. They are replenishing today because we all know we wait, because Andrew tries to help us plan and budget. So we pretty much have a good handle on when we know springtime, he's going to come out with our Ultimate Eye again so we can replenish it. I just love that you get like a free astaxanthin with it if you are ordering the big bundle. I love the way you have priced that out for us.
And these are ingredients that in the past, just based upon the science and research, and when you've been doing things as long as I have, the science and research evolves. So initially, what lutein and zeaxanthin were most exciting about, even astaxanthin, were the long-term benefits. Because again, lutein and zeaxanthin is our body's way of delivering an ingredient to our eyes to protect it from radiation, from high-energy radiation. When we open our eyes, we really only want visible radiation, visible light to come in. Visible light is not damaging. But accompanying visible light, unfortunately, is the high energy radiation, blue light, UV radiation. That does damage. Lutein and zeaxanthin, those molecules are specifically designed and oriented and positioned in the eye to protect the eye from that high energy radiation. So that's perfectly designed. The only question is whether you're going to give it to your body, to give it to your eyes. Because if you don't get them in your diet, you're out of luck. And this product is so high potency, as I was saying before, that even 2 capsules of Ultimate Eye a day would probably double or triple the normal levels of lutein and zeaxanthin you're getting, certainly of lutein and zeaxanthin. That's not 2 capsules a day, that's 2 capsules a week. So at 1 capsule a day, even 1 capsule every other day, and even if you did that with astaxanthin, even if you did that with the Maximum L plus Z, if you alternated them, you are still getting significant levels that far, far outstrip the levels that are present in a typical diet. Unfortunately, the American diet, as I said before, is kind of defined by a lack of lutein and zeaxanthin. But I haven't read any reviews in this hour. I was just going to read a few. I grabbed some, and as I said before, the reviews run the gamut from improvements to vision, from relating to dry eyes, from doctors' comments. So I encourage you to go to hsn.com. The product will be available. We'll try to keep it around until midnight tonight, so the savings won't go away. And by the way, whatever size you choose, many of you think that the money-back guarantee only applies to the small size, that if you got a large size and you didn't like it, you can't return it. Of course you can. You don't keep anything that you don't fall in love with. And this product, you will fall in love with. But reading these reviews, love this supplement.
There you go.
Per published reviews, this product delivers. I will never run out again. I noticed improvement in my eye function on day 3. Typical dryness gone. I'm extremely impressed. Vision is noticeably clearer. USA manufactured is a plus for me also. I'm now a fan of Andrew Lessman's products. Kitsy in Texas. Also, entirely made with solar energy, no carbon footprint. Improves eyesight. I've used this product for over a month and I'm very pleased with the results. I use my computer for work and was experiencing difficulty with reading small print coupled with blurring. My glasses only helped a little. After using your product for a month, all of a sudden, I noticed I was reading the small print without difficulty. No blurring and my eyes did not feel as tired. What a relief to read without difficulty. Once again, I applaud Mr. Lessman on this wonderful product. If you are experiencing difficulty reading, I very much recommend this product. The results are amazing from Eastern California.
Do you know how many people don't read? I mean, people who love to read don't read as much because of the eye strain?
I read a review just today at noon, specifically that, and I love reading.
Me too.
I mean, my favorite thing at night when everything quiets down is to read. And I couldn't imagine not being able to read. I couldn't imagine my vision being an obstacle to reading. And that affects, I wouldn't be exaggerating to say, millions upon millions of Americans. And again, our vision is one of those systems in our body that the way we nourish our body directly affects our vision, and it directly affects our brain by the same mechanism, the same ingredients. So lutein and zeaxanthin, as critical as they are to our vision and our quality of vision today, and retaining that vision. We intend to be here for a long period of time. And the eyes are probably one of those structures that are the perfect example of saying, if I knew I was going to live this long, I really should have taken better care of myself. When it comes to our eyes and vision, it's as simple as just eating a diet rich in green leafy vegetables. Sauteed spinach, sauteed broccoli, asparagus. It's something we just throw together at the house as a snack. A little bit of olive oil, some garlic, some salt, some pepper, whatever spices or herbs you enjoy, and any of those, and even if need be, a little bit of butter to make it taste better. But the benefits of these ingredients for the health of your eye, for the health of your brain, it's absolutely incalculable.
Okay, we're gonna read some more, but that one review just read about reading, that pops up again and again and again. So I think
reading,
that's significant.
what we hear about is reading, driving with confidence, especially when there's glare, driving at night.
Yes.
That's so many reviews talking about having given up driving at night. And the degree to which we get around, we talk about getting around on foot, but nowadays the degree to which we feel independent and comfortable getting around in our car, oftentimes the biggest limitation, we might have troubles getting around as we get older physically, but in a car, the biggest limitation can become our vision.
True.
And again, all we're talking about, this is not my idea of how to protect your vision. This is the basic blueprint of your body that has been handed down to us, that is specifically designed, and the scientists, all they've told us is how this system works, how this incredibly, brilliantly designed system works to protect our vision over a lifetime. We're talking about, for most of us, almost a century of our eye being assaulted by radiation. So if you don't contemplate what that eye requires to protect you, then there likely will be consequences. And again, for dry eye, Ultimate Eye is wonderful, and it works even better for dry eye with a great omega-3 product that focuses on DHA. So again, you don't have to get my product. You just have to sort of get the information. Lutein, zeaxanthin, mesozeaxanthin, those are the critical carotenoids that you want in their natural form. Astaxanthin, our astaxanthin is entirely natural. It is naturally made by Mother Nature, as it's been made by Mother Nature for millions of years. 95%, I believe, of the astaxanthin out in products is not natural as ours is. So again, you have to pay attention to what you get, but even though our products are head and shoulders above all the rest, if you simply get a lutein or a zeaxanthin product, or you change your diet, you will reap the benefits.
That is for sure. We'll read more of those reviews for you. In the meantime, thank you so much for ordering and for your patience. We have everybody taking calls in our phone room. We're thrilled you're going to try this today's special. We know you'll be impressed with it. That's the beauty of it. You will see a difference, feel a difference. Your eyes will feel differently, and you will see the difference when you use this product. And I don't know about you, but once you start taking it, the feeling you get knowing you're doing something great for your eyesight every single day, you can't even put a price on that. So whether you want to do the Try Me, there is a Try Me size, and you're welcome just to do the Try Me. I'm going to show you one more little chart here that I think is impressive. Stephen tells me a lot of people are choosing this bundle, where you get 360. If you take one a day, that's a year's supply of the Ultimate Eye, and then you're also getting a 6-month supply of the astaxanthin. Note that at midnight, normally this is what we sell. It's the largest size we sell. The everyday price is $160. And then the astaxanthin, the regular
at 2
price.
capsules, it's a 6-month of Ultimate Eye and 6 months of astaxanthin.
Exactly.
And the 720 is 1 or 2 years. It could be 1 year at 2 capsules, and you get 360 of astaxanthin.
Right.
So they were designed to work together.
So for $149, you're getting both of these products for less than what you would pay just for the Ultimate Eye. That's why I said, to me, I look at this, it's like getting astaxanthin today for free if you do a bundle, because it's lower than the price for just the one product. And because they are both so critically important and they work hand in hand together, it's a great way for you to get to try astaxanthin and not pay extra. We're approaching 49,000, wow,
Crazy.
Already spoken for. It's very exciting, and we're looking forward for you trying it. It's one of your top reviewed, everything you bring us as a customer pick, but people are passionate about this. It's life-changing when you can enjoy things that you weren't before. You know, when you talk about the master blueprint, our bodies weren't designed, our eyes weren't designed to be staring at screens all day. And unfortunately, it's what we do. I mean, we stare at our phones, at tablets, at computers. I mean, our poor eyes, the strain. Remember when we were little and our parents would say, don't sit too close to the TV. You're gonna strain your eyes. Well, can you imagine now compared to that?
We watch, you know, TV isn't TV. TV is just video. And we watch video on handheld devices all day long. And we could watch something, we could look at something and never change our focal distance for hours at a time. The implications for the structure of our eye doing that kind of work, and then not even considering the radiation exposure that also carries with it as well. It's just, again, we have to do our very best. Life is what it is, and we have to do our very best to support the systems that, you know, the systems that were designed long ago actually can address much of the craziness of our current modern life. But we have to pay attention to what that system requires. And when it comes to our eyes, it's simple nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin, these carotenoids, astaxanthin, that would require a change in our diet. What I was gonna do real quickly, before we run along, and then we'll just talk about the Maximum L+Z very quickly.
Okay.
Just because I think a lot of folks just don't believe it. Read some of the stuff on the brain. So Nutrition Reviews, a respected journal, the rationale supporting a role for lutein in cognitive function is based on the following observations. First observation, lutein is the predominant, the major carotenoid in the human brain.
Wow.
In early life and later in life. Primate retinal lutein, human retinal lutein concentrations, for example, macular pigment density, are related to brain lutein concentrations. In other words, the more lutein and zeaxanthin we have in our eye, the more we have in our brain. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Macular pigment density, lutein and zeaxanthin in the eye, is related to cognitive function. So higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in our eye, our brain is functioning better. Lutein supplementation in adults improves cognitive function. So, and I have 3 dozen charts here talking about this. From the Gerontological Society of America, gerontology is the study of elderly. Importantly, it has been discovered that lutein and aging, lutein and zeaxanthin are in the human brain. We all know that. And it was also found that a higher concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin in the brain was associated with better cognitive function. We found an independent positive association between plasma concentrations of both lutein and zeaxanthin and performance on 3 of 4 domains assessed global memory, executive function, with a significant association also evident between zeaxanthin and the processing speed of composite score. We'll do one more from Nutrition Reviews. Examination of relationship between cognition and lutein levels in brain tissue from a population-based study of adults found that among the carotenoids, only lutein was consistently associated with a wide range of cognitive measures that included executive function, language, learning, and memory, which are all associated with specific brain regions. I then have a couple of recent studies that talk about both lutein and zeaxanthin and their implications for really pretty much every measure of mental faculty and cognitive function. So we know we need it for our eyes. Now we also know it's indispensable for our healthy brain as well.
There we go. I think are we wrapping this one up?
Yes,
I think we're going to wrap this
yes.
one up because we have a brand new product that is a boost to what you're already doing. So this is the Maximum L plus Z. So it's maximum lutein and zeaxanthin. Brand new product, first time we've ever offered it is today on HSN. It's also a today's special. So let me find my little chart on this and we'll walk you through it because it also is being priced out at today's special pricing, which is outstanding. So what you can do is, of course, you choose the size. We always do a try me to get you going if you just want to give it a go and give it a try. Otherwise, we offer it in the largest size today, which is a 240 cap size. And our today's special price, excuse me, which will be expiring at midnight, is $99.90. $80, $40, sorry about that, $20 or $10 off. So you pick the size you'd like to try. We'll get this home to you. So this has 12 milligrams of lutein plus 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin. It's an optimum booster. And that's the beauty of this. You can take this along with the Ultimate Eye support. You take the Ultimate Eye and then you take one of these a day and you will get the maximum, absolute maximum possible benefits. Like Andrew said, you could also alternate. If you want to do Ultimate Eye one day and alternate the Maximum L plus Z the next day, you can do that. But the key to this, we've never done this product before, but Andrew really wanted to be able to bring us a product that gives us the absolute ultimate, the maximum possible benefits in eye health, as well as what you were just hearing about, what we're all hearing about, the brain health associated with these ingredients. So tell us why you thought it was important to bring us this product.
It's something that had been building over a period of time that originally when I first introduced lutein and zeaxanthin in products, which was about 20 or so years ago, no one else heard of them. So whether it was optometrists or ophthalmologists, it really wasn't resonating when you would take my products to see your doctor. But in the last 5 to 8 years, the research and clinical science has become so clear, so unavoidable, that now doctors themselves are recommending even higher levels, especially for their patients that might have certain issues. So what we were hearing at my company, and what I was hearing personally, and speaking to friends of mine who are doctors and specialists in this area, that they're recommending even higher levels for certain patients. So the 10 and 5 milligrams that we have in Ultimate Eye is perfect for everyone, unless, of course, your doctor felt there's a reason to be taking even more. And I'm outdoors all the time. My life is all about doing things outdoors. And in the summer, I tend to do it in the mountains at altitude where UV radiation is even higher. So I really want to protect my eyes. Of course, I always wear sunglasses. But for me, I wanted a little bit more lutein and zeaxanthin. So I take my 2 capsules every day of Ultimate Eye, but I now am going to be taking 1 capsule every day. And I also take 1 capsule of astaxanthin, but I'm now going to be taking 1 capsule of maximum lutein plus zeaxanthin, maximum L plus Z. And between the two, that gives me 22 milligrams of lutein, and it gives me 11 milligrams of zeaxanthin and mesozeaxanthin. And that's an extremely protective level. That's an extremely aggressive protective level. Again, these ingredients are harmless. The only harm these ingredients can do if you get too high is they're really expensive. And there's no reason to take more than you need. At 10 and 5, as the reviews show on Ultimate Eye, you're getting plenty of lutein and zeaxanthin. And the only reason to get more with our maximum L plus Z is if you've been told to get more. Or if you want to use this as your foundational product, depending on what else you're taking, then it becomes an extremely efficient way to get 12 and 6.
One thing that I'm being told here is that the largest one, the 240, is by far the #1 choice. Close to 6,000 people have ordered the 240. We're down to 600. 6,000 sold, 600 left here. If you want the big one, you might want to jump in. You're saving 80, 40, 20, or $10 off. All the rest of them, there's only a few hundred of these left. So you knew this was a new product, so we weren't sure.
Well, not sure at all. Last night, we would have been sold out last night. We just had some capsules that we were going to use for an order we'd ship in a week or two, so it would be available to order when I'm not here. And we're using all of those capsules.
Wow.
So I'm not sure. Jenny probably knows exactly how many capsules are left. So I suspect we're probably barely going to make it to midnight with this one.
It happens a lot with Andrew Lessman products. It happens to me. Sometimes if I miss something, I don't order it during a visit. I go to hsn.com to order it, and it's sold out, because obviously these are all, this is not sitting around on a shelf somewhere. They are being made as we speak. So that's what makes this also great, is that your product is fresh. Your product is, again, manufactured, they're a couple weeks old by the time you get this home. So if you'd like to try brand new product, Maximum L+Z, lutein and zeaxanthin, all in that one easy to swallow capsule, this is your chance to do it before these completely disappear. As Andrew said, he went back to the well. Every last capsule is now being accounted for here. So I do encourage you, if you want to do something amazing for your eyes, if you're already taking the Ultimate Eye and you want to give it that added, your eyes and your brain, the added boost, this is the way you'll be able to do that. If you want to do the Try Me, go for it. Otherwise, the 240 is the largest size we offer on this. I love Andrew's idea as well. If you want to alternate and do them every other day, you can absolutely, whatever works for you. But I think it's exciting to know that there is a way, wow, with over 50,000 out the door, there's a way for all of us to really maximize the benefits of these remarkable God-given ingredients that do so many incredible things for our eyes as well as for our brain health.
And with lutein and zeaxanthin, again, we don't have a choice. We need them. They're a defining component of our eye, a protective component also defining of the quality of our vision and our ability to deal with glare and photo stress and adapting to dark and light and the things that really become inconvenient for most of us at any age, not just when we become older. So we don't have a choice. You either have to change your diet significantly, and that means foods like the foods in this chart here. Where are we? There. These are the great foods for lutein. Things like green peas, collard greens, cooked spinach, raw spinach, cooked broccoli, even cooked corn, not corn syrup, but corn itself, romaine lettuce. But even then, it takes 17 cups to equal
Where are
a daily
carrots
dessert.
on there? Don't you remember, like, carrots were supposed to be?
Carrots are beta-carotene, and in an adult, beta-carotene has no real
Isn't that funny?
implication.
They used to tell us carrots were good for our eyes.
When we're children.
Right.
When our eyes are developing.
Right.
And then for zeaxanthin is really impossible to get in decent quantities, even in a healthy diet. When you look at spinach, as healthy as spinach is with lutein, and collard greens the same, 15 to 16 cups to equal to 5 milligrams of zeaxanthin.
That's a lot of
so
spinach.
So the 6 milligrams in L+Z, another 20% higher, so it's almost 20 cups of collard greens or cooked spinach to be equivalent. Orange juice actually is a pretty good source of zeaxanthin.
But you have to have 25 cups.
25 cups.
Ouch.
So again, that's why the typical American gets a fraction of a milligram every day of zeaxanthin and probably a little over a milligram every day of lutein, not much. So,
I just heard in my ear that I'm walking.
You're walking.
So we're walking, we're walking. We're going this way. Put my big girl shoes back on, and we're heading on over.
I love the pictures of Marcel and Lincoln.
I know.
Over
Do you
there.
ever notice that? Did we ever show that, you guys? That we have to get a close-up, Dusty, to show his cute little pups that are there in the background. They're so darling.
Marcel and Link.
They're cool dogs. They really are.
They are the best. Yep. And we all think our puppies are the best.
There they are. Nice. Thanks, you guys. Oh, and here's a little video. There they are.
That's Marcel when he was probably only about 6 months old. So now now he and Link are the same size. And then that other picture, that's the little puppy in the middle. He's about half their size.
Okay, wait up. You have 3 dogs now?
That's my mom's dog.
Where have I been? Oh, that's your mom's dog.
That's
okay.
Buddy.
Oh,
so
cute.
Little Buddy is the darker colored one on the left with Marcel.
Oh, boy.
Lincoln is the one in the picture on the left with the one blue eye.
Oh, adorable.
So that's Lincoln, Buddy, and Marcel.
And what kind of dogs are they?
They're all Australian Shepherd poodles.
Neat.
So I love Australian Shepherds. They're working dogs. They're incredibly smart. Lincoln knows hundreds of words. And I tend to be allergic to dogs. But bred with a poodle, I'm not, which is a wonderful thing.
Very nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go. 'Cause people ask all the time.
Digress.
By the way, Andrew is working on pet vitamins. Stay tuned.
And I've always said I'll be doing them, but this year we're actually in the final stages of planning. So this year I promise they will be introduced. I would welcome your feedback. They'll be in little packets, so they're easy to use. You empty in their food. We'll likely do packets for different size of dogs, sort of for a small, medium, and large dog. Excellent. So we're going to try to keep it simple, but we'll have eye, joint, the major issues that dogs have to contend with.
Love it.
Cats
okay,
as well.
So stay tuned. That will be on. That's on the horizon for us. But we are moving along to one of HSN's top-selling, top-rated beauty products. I kid you not. Andrew Lessman brings us. When Andrew launched this product, I don't even think Andrew knew that. By the way, if you wondered what I was doing, they keep a little heater out here for me. Is it warm in here? Or is it just me? It's probably just me. Sorry, I'm so weird. That's just me, sorry. Anyway, what was I saying? Top selling, top rated beauty product. And I was mentioning when you launched this product, you had no idea that this was going to become one of your best sellers. The healthy hair, skin, and nails is, I call it the best beauty bargain, because one little old capsule goes to work for better hair, better skin, better nails, and you literally get results and see the results. It's not like pie in the sky.
But what's funny, this is a product that I sort of had to have my arm twisted to introduce this product.
I remember people used to ask you if you do a beauty product.
And I guess at the time I took myself too seriously, and I said, we really make supplements that relate to health issues, kind of like our Ultimate Eye and things like that, and CoQ10, our joint products. So I thought that this was a little too fluffy for me. So, but I made the product nonetheless, and this is before the day of the internet. I made the product and we put it on air a couple of times, and then when we were coming back months later and we were going to offer it while I was on air, we realized there was none. It had disappeared. And we realized it had reorders that we hadn't anticipated at all. And it had created a very loyal following. And now it's our most reviewed product. It's arguably, I think, our most popular product. Yeah. And of the reviews, as you can see, it has over 4,000 five-star reviews. It's a product that I think about 95% of the reviews are positive reviews. And that's an amazing for a product like this. A beauty product. Even the best beauty products, you can't get that kind of unanimity. But no matter what our skin type or hair type, whatever ethnicity might be, whatever age might be, we still share the same basic biochemistry. Our genetics determine how we show it, but again, we share the biochemistry on how those tissues are created. Our hair, skin, and nails are part of the largest system in our body. They not only require that we maintain them, but they never stop growing. So it's the largest system, never stops growing. Most of us stop growing when we're what, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, something like that. And then we maintain our body for the rest of our life, hopefully well. Our hair, skin, and nails continues growing until the day we're no longer here. So it's a tissue that has very, very, has